See my hair? Yes, hair. I'm Kim Harris, and today we are going to be talking about hair, especially hair for women aged 35 and over. Why 35? Because most women go through perimenopause starting at age 35. Well, what does that mean? That just simply means that the body is producing more of the male hormone, testosterone. Well, that's not a good thing for a woman. We don't want to walk around with mustaches and beards, okay? But what happens is, as our body produces more testosterone, it also produces what is called DHT. That's within the testosterone hormone. Once DHT is released into the system, it attaches itself to the hair follicle, suffocating it at the scalp, which causes the hair to fall out. Now, this is known as female pattern baldness, and a lot of women don't understand why this happens to them or even how to remedy it, and we don't hear a lot of conversations about it. Take it from me. Personally, I was experiencing very traumatic experience with my hair, and having always had long, thick hair, to go through this process of perimenopause and losing my hair was just devastating. The more I brushed and combed it in the morning, the more I saw on the floor, and oh my gosh, it was just tearful. Every morning was a tearful experience with my hair. So I decided to do a little research and find out how I can keep my hair from falling out and how I can keep my hair on my head and not around my feet or down my drain. I began to, kind of research what it was mineral-wise that my body needed in order to keep my hair strong. One of the things that our bodies stop producing after a certain age is biotin. Biotin is essential to the strength and health of hair. And so if you don't have a biotin supplement and you're experiencing hair loss, this is one of the first ways that you can start noticing a difference in the strength of your hair, by taking that as a supplement. And that's what I did. But that wasn't enough. The hair was still falling out. I didn't know what to do. So I went to the doctor. I had what was called a hormone panel. Well, that's when they draw blood. They do a test to find out what your hormones are doing. What is your estrogen levels? What are your testosterone levels? And they come back and they tell you what they are. At that point, you can decide, once you realize, or once they tell you whether or not your testosterone levels are really high, you can find out if it's necessary to buy an over-the-counter DHT blocker. Now, those are usually pretty good, but I don't suggest doing a DHT blocker until you have determined what your hormone levels are, okay? The third thing I did was I started taking mineral supplements and extra vitamin supplements. One of the ones that really help is an MSM supplement. I would give you the chemical name for it, but I would totally mess it up. So let's stick with the acronym MSM. You can find it at any vitamin shop or, online store, vitamin store. That also helped with the strength and health of my hair. The final thing that I did was I changed my diet. There were things that I was eating that was not healthy. Too much processed foods is not always healthy for your hair. You don't get all the nutrients your hair needs. So you eliminate those. I would say about 75 to 80% of my diet now is organic and whole foods, which is good. So you want to make sure you get your body in tune with the minerals that it needs by providing it with the food supplements that it needs in order to make that happen. Once I got all three of those in line, all three of those things, eliminating the chemicals, taking the biotin, doing the MSM and vitamin supplements, and also a mineral supplement, then my hair really started becoming strong again. I started using organic products on my hair, and that meant I stopped buying over-the-counter things with SLS which is sodium lauryl sulfate. I have a special report that I would love to give to you about some of the chemicals that are in the shampoos and the conditioners that we use in our hair. Just visit the website at the end of this video and check it out, okay? But in a nutshell, that is what I did to bring my hair back to health. Now, what happens is when you process your hair with relaxers and perms, a lot of times they over-process or overlap process. They don't always just touch the new growth. They go into hair that's already been processed. Well, that little strip or area where there's over-relaxing or over-processing occurring, there is more damage being done to the hair. The hair is broken down even more, and it doesn't have the strength or agility to withstand some of the heating treatments that we do to our hair. So, if you find it difficult to even conceive of giving up a perm or relaxer, maybe you want to extend the time in which you do those retouches, just to give your scalp an opportunity to circulate nutrients that are necessary for the overall health of the hair. So maybe instead of 6 to 8 weeks, you can perm it 3 to 4 months, maybe 5, 6 months. It couldn't hurt, it can only help. So consider that as an option. And consider purchasing organic products for your hair. And make sure they're certifiable organic products. That will also help with replenishing your hair back into its natural state, and you'll have nice, thick, soft, manageable hair. It's a little more labor intensive, but it's worth it to make sure that it stays on your crown. So that's it for today's segment. I hope you enjoy it. Come back for more tips on being fabulous at any age. Thank you. This is Kim Harris, your host.